Hi, this is Ellen Piekolkiewicz, Executive Director from United Partners for Human Services. Welcome to the UPHS 2016 webinar series. Please email me at ellen@uphsfl.org if you're having trouble with the webinar audio, or please use the chat feature. All the webinars that we are doing in this 2016 webinar series will be posted to the UPHS website after the live event at uphsfl.org. Currently on the website we have 6 webinars from past webinar series, including a very good introduction to hashtag Givingtuesday, which is taking place this year on November 29th. Since you are participating in the live webinar, you will be able to engage in the Q&A portion. Simply type your questions using the chat feature and we will respond during the Q&A portion. Today's webinar is Strategies to Communicate with Donors. The other webinars in our series include on September 19th, Making the Most of Multi-Generational Communication, and The Power of Thank You on September 21st. So again, I'm very pleased to welcome Heidi Ottaway from Salter Mitchell PR, Strategies to Communicate with Donors. Welcome, Heidi.
Good morning, everyone. This is Heidi Ottaway. I serve as the Vice President, Director of Public Relations at Salter Mitchell, and I'm pleased to share with you some strategies for how to communicate with donors as part of this year's Big Ben Gives Back that will be held on Giving Tuesday. Before I get started, I want to share with you a little bit about Salter Mitchell. We're based here in Tallahassee, Florida, and we have a staff of 40 professionals that are available to provide strategic communications, research, marketing, video production, and creative for a number of clients that we serve around the country, including Fortune 500 companies and not-for-profits. We have 0 account executives, and we look at ourselves as being an extension of the teams for our clients and who we serve. We also have offices not only here in Tallahassee, but we're also based in Alexandria, Virginia, and in Orlando. So let's dive in. Today's conversation is going to be about Giving Tuesday, which will be held this November 29th as part of a movement that's taking place across the country to get more people to give back. In Tallahassee and in the Big Bend, we're calling our event Big Ben Gives Back. And to better help you understand what that means is we have folks who are spending money on Black Friday, where they go to the malls and the stores and they shop and spend money on holiday gifts. Then we have Cyber Monday, where folks go online to purchase more additional things for the holidays. And what we're encouraging them to do is on Giving Tuesday, which is that following Tuesday, to give back through financial donations, resources, and materials to not-for-profits and other organizations that could use their support. Your organization can be a part of this, and today we're going to talk about how you can engage your donors and other key audiences in participating in Big Ben Gives Back. So how are we going to do this? We're going to do it through a multi-directional dialogue with what I call is the digital citizen. These are individuals who are connected to their mobile devices, and they use social media as their primary channel to communicate with the world. The lure of instant communication and access to people at any time has really made social media a dominating form of communications. Think about it. Think about where your mobile device is right now as you're participating or watching this webinar. I'm sure, like me, your mobile device is right there on your desk or sitting in your lap. It's become like a third arm, and we feel lost without our mobile devices. Here's a little bit of data that I'd like to share with you. More than half the world uses a mobile device, and a smartphone use is exploding, with more than 2 million devices being sold. every day around the world. Knowing this, there is no doubt that mobile devices and social media have made it easier for us to initiate and maintain a multi-directional dialogue with key audiences, and this is a great opportunity for us to reach them to talk about Giving Tuesday and your participation in Big Ben Gives Back. So now I want to talk with you about the process we use at Salter Mitchell to help our clients begin that multi-directional dialogue on social media. It's very simple. We focus on a three-part process where we interrupt, interact, and we engage with audiences. And I'm going to talk with you in specifics about each bubble. But in a nutshell, I want to share that when you're interrupting someone, it's frequent exposure to them. You're in their face. You're always showing them information and connecting with them on social. Interacting with them is giving them something to talk about, presenting credible information, resources, and potential outcomes. And engagement is where we get into the two-way dialogue where they're responding and you're responding and you're prompting action. How many of you all remember this from watching television years and years and years ago? You're watching your favorite television show and all of a sudden the bars come up with that very annoying sound. It really got your attention because you knew you were being interrupted. So let's talk about how we take this, and not be so annoying, of course, and connect and interrupt people on social media. We need to cut through the clutter, and here are some steps that you can take to do that. Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back is part of a national movement. So the first thing you want to do is you want to join this national conversation. You also want to boost your social media presence, either through Facebook advertising or with some of the new apps that are out there that help amplify what you're already doing on social. Timing is important. We're less than 90 days away from Giving Tuesday, so the time to get involved is now. You want to follow the right people, make sure that you're aligned with folks and organizations and your donors. So you want to make sure that they're also on your social, and you want to make sure that you're tagging folks who would have an affinity or want to be a part of Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. So you want to make sure that they're part of your fan base on social media. And of course, everyone here knows that you need to post often, because if you're not posting, no one is paying attention. So let's talk about how you can join the national conversation. You want to go to givingtuesday.org. That website, I've spent some time on it. It has some amazing resources that makes it so easy for you to get involved in Giving Tuesday. As you can see on this page right here, they tell you how to join the movement. They actually have a toolkit which provides every resource you could possibly need to join the conversation and make it customized for your organization. They also have a number of resources that you can use and customize to reach with your donors and your partners. Here's the toolkit. It's about 60 pages long, and it has everything you need, from graphics to materials to hashtags to shareable posts to content to everything you need to say about what your organization is doing to participate in Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. Other ways that you can join once you've collected all of that information through the givingtuesday.org website and through the toolkit. You need to follow them, of course, on your social media. So you want to follow the hashtag Giving Tuesday. You also want to follow Big Ben Gives Back, that hashtag as well. Because of the content that you're being provided through Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back, you can start right now creating a content calendar where you can take the materials and information that's been presented to you and create a calendar of content that you're going to post and share on your social media pages over the next 90 days. And then the other thing you want to do is once you're following these pages, you want to share, you want to retweet, you want to comment on everything, and you want to become part of that national conversation and the national dialogue as well as the local dialogue about Big Ben Gives Back. And of course, you want to tag your allies, your influencers, and your supporters in all of your media on social. So I would hope that everyone here is already a friend and a fan of the Big Ben Gives Back Facebook page. There are 112 people who like this page now, and my hope is that after everyone watches this webinar, that number goes up significantly. There are a lot of resources and information on this page that you can look at and follow and share and comment on to show that your organization is participating. And Facebook has so many incredible tools now that I believe will help you use this page and your page as a resource to give donors. And I'm going to spend the next few minutes talking you through 2 new tools that are on Facebook that you can use to promote your participation in Big Ben Gives Back and Giving Tuesday. The first is you need to create an event on your Facebook page that shows that you're participating in Big Ben Gives Back. The events section of Facebook has become a brand new, very powerful tool that can help you engage potential donors and people who are interested in participating in this event. I love the new Facebook events, and I'm sure most of you probably have seen it on your social media pages when you're on Facebook, either on your phone or on your computer. You're seeing in your feed all these events that are being created and promoted. This is the one for today's webinar that you're participating on right now. As you will see, this is a screenshot of my cell phone where UPHS created an event for today's webinar. They posted it in Facebook, and my name was tagged on the event to be one of the speakers, and so it showed up in my feed. When it showed up in my feed, I responded and engaged with that post and said, yes, I am going. And then what happened, all of my friends on social media and those who are connected to me on Facebook saw that I was going in their feed, and therefore it amplified this event to more and more people across Facebook. So for those of you who actually said you were going, your friends saw that you were going, and it appeared in their Facebook page to again amplify participation. So imagine if you did this same tactic for Big Ben Gives Back. So the next thing that happened after I said that I was going to be going to this event is that it automatically went into my calendar on my phone and also in my work computer at my office. So here I am on Facebook responding and engaging with an event that I was tagged and mentioned in and showed up on my feed, and then it moved from Facebook onto my mobile device that I carry with me everywhere, and I use my calendar to keep track of where I need to be and what I said I was interested in participating in. Again, a very, very powerful tool that you can use on Facebook to engage your donors and get people thinking about and participating in Big Ben Gives Back. Here's another tool that Facebook has added on their platform. Not only am I being reached in my Facebook feed with events that I may be interested in, and not only is it showing up in my calendar offline on my phone and also on my computer desk, it's also showing up in my Facebook page when I click on my calendar, and it shows me every activity that's happening in our community that I either have said I'm interested interested in, or I've seen my friends participating in, or something that Facebook believes because of their algorithms and the people I connect with that I'm going to be interested in it. So here's what happens when you create an event now on Facebook. Again, this is an extremely powerful tool, and I really encourage you today, if nothing else, start an event page for Facebook so that you can show everyone that you're participating in Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. So now that you've created your event page, now that you've started posting content on your Facebook page about Big Ben Gives Back, let's talk about how you can use Facebook ads to reach a greater audience, including your donors. So now when you want to buy an ad, Facebook now has an ad manager that allows you to operate as a business so that you can create ads on Facebook. And here's a screenshot of the Salter Mitchell business page that we use to buy ads. I want you to look to the left of the page where it talks about audiences. This is a new tool that Facebook has created that's even more powerful than it was before. About a year and a half ago, Facebook set it up so that you could actually target key audiences not only by their income, not only by their titles, not only about where they work and what they like to work, the things that they enjoy, such as sports or giving or church or faith-based organizations, but now you can target it even more hyper by location. So you can put in zip codes and area codes to find out where folks are. And the newest thing is that you can now upload a database of your donors, your partners, your allies, the folks that you reach out via email or for cell devices, and you can load that up on Facebook through this thing at the top called the customer file. And what they do now is they will look at the email addresses and the cell phone numbers and match that information with the profile that the person has on Facebook. I know it's scary. I know it's a little terrifying and it's a little stalkerish, but for those who are marketers, it is a major opportunity to reach audiences where they are, and we know they're on Facebook. So, create a custom audience using your existing database of donors, partners, allies, and supporters, and Facebook makes it very easy for you to do that. So here you go. You can actually upload the file and paste the data directly into Facebook. You can also import it if you all use MailChimp as your email marketing tool for your e-newsletters. You can do it also directly from MailChimp. Once you have that list uploaded into Facebook, you can determine what's the best way to improve the match rate that you have between your database and Facebook. For example, on my Facebook account, I have 2 emails listed for me to log in on. Actually I have 3. I can log in with my cell phone number, I can log in with my work email address, and I can also log in with my work email address. So if anyone on this phone, on this webinar, has me in their database and you have my work email, my personal email, or my cell phone number, you will be able to find me on Facebook with your advertising. It's just that simple. And as you will note on this slide right here, it even goes so far as to use the date of birth, the Facebook page user ID, their gender, and their age. And in doing that, you get a more accurate connection to that person on Facebook because you've provided this information. Again, very scary, very stalkerish, very terrifying, but for us marketers, it is a great way to match ourselves with the right people on Facebook. So here are some examples of some posts that I have been receiving because I'm either connected with people or my name is within a database. So Southern Girls Sparkle with Magnolia and Vine. I must have connected with something on Facebook that they said, Heidi has shown that she's interested in being a style consultant, which I find hilarious. But this showed up on my feed the other day, and as you will see, it's asking me if I am interested in this event. The moment that I click that yes, I am interested, I will start getting all kinds of information and posts within my feed about this event, and plus it will show up on my calendar that I shared earlier. To the right of your screen is a post that we did for a client, and it was a national client. They provided us with a national database of their target audience across the country, and this is an ad that we sent out to those folks through our targeted customer database to get them to learn more about this initiative that we're working on to increase learning engagement in schools and in communities across America. So again, regardless of what your message is, you can now target specific audiences with Facebook advertising and your existing database. Let's talk about Twitter a little bit. I am a big fan of Twitter, and I think that there is a great opportunity for those of you who are on Twitter to use Thunderclap to reach a lot of people at one time. I'm hoping that many of you have heard about Thunderclap, but if you haven't, it's a great tool that you can use for free to amplify a post that you already have on social media. For example, last year, No Kid Hungry, which is actually a client of Salter Mitchell, participated in Giving Tuesday. And what they did was they sent an email out to all of their supporters, donors, allies, clients, and vendors, and asked them to sign up to send one post on one day through Thunderclap to talk about their participation in Giving Tuesday. I received the email, and since it's my client and I'm a supporter of Giving Tuesday, even though it was, it's a new event, I had heard about it, I went on my Facebook page and I agreed through Thunderclap to share the post that you see right here on all of my social media pages. So not only did this go out on my Twitter account at the same time on one day, it went out on my Facebook account at the same time in one day, and that's why it's called a thunderclap. Their goal was to get 250 people to sign up to spread this one message at one time to all of their supporters. And as you will see, they got 283 people who signed up. And those 283 people had 3.7 million fans and followers who amplified that one message at one time. And that's why it's called a thunderclap. One message going out and reaching that many people at one time. Again, this is a free tool that you can use, and I encourage you to check into it and use it for your Giving Tuesday Big Ben Gives Back activity and participation. So we've talked about interrupting, and now we need to talk about interacting. And when you think about it, Facebook has become the new water cooler. Social media has become the new water cooler. And what we want to do when we talk about interacting is we want to give them something to talk about. Let's do that. We want to do this by you all immersing your story into the Big Ben Gives Back story and tell folks why you're participating and why it's important for them to donate and to support your efforts in this national movement. You all know that what makes Facebook and social media so explosive and so addictive is that you're finding interesting, relevant, and impactful information on those platforms. And we all know that videos are huge drivers and photos are huge drivers. We know that we love our cat videos, our puppy videos, and if you know that your donors and your fans love to see children and puppies and the people that you serve, use those visuals to help demonstrate the value of them supporting you on Giving Tuesday. Be human. Social media is not a robot. There are humans that are behind the content that's being shared on social media. So demonstrate the humanity of what you do and why their support is going to be so critical on Giving Tuesday. Highlight your supporters. Show the folks who have stepped up and said that they are going to participate and support what you're doing during Big Ben Gives Back and Giving Tuesday. And of course, you want to brag a lot. Talk about all the good things that you're doing. Share that information because that will compel more people to want to participate and support your organization and this cause in general. When you look inside the toolkit that Giving Tuesday has on their website, you will see that they are really encouraging organizations to get their supporters and allies and fans to do what's called an unselfie. And this is their way of showing that they're participating in Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. The information is very straightforward. As you can see, Usher has done it and some other individuals. And basically talk about why you're giving during Giving Tuesday this year. Why is it important to that individual? And then they're sharing it on their social media with the unselfie hashtag, the Giving Tuesday hashtag, and for us, we will use the Big Ben Gives Back hashtag to again amplify and show that we have people that are supporting this initiative. Here's Salter Mitchell's unselfie. Our staff did this for a local magazine, Socially Loved, to show that we are supporting Big Ben Gives Back and we believe in the cause. And we actually included a call to action asking other organizations in our community to participate. So again, as it says at the top of our image here, never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. And when you think about that, all of us here who are participating in Big Ben Gives Back, we're changing our own little world right here in the Big Ben by encouraging people to give on Giving Tuesday. So now we've interrupted, we've interacted, and now we want to engage our audiences. We want to prompt them to act. And this is how we're going to do that with Big Ben Gives Back. We're going to give them a reason. Tell them why it's important. Tell them how our community is participating in this national movement. We want to tell them what to do. And in that case, it is going to the website that your organization has set up, where there is your social media or how going to receive your donations. You're going to tell them to go there and donate to your organization on Giving Tuesday. You're going to say thank you. You're going to use all of your social channels to thank them for participating. Those who make an early commitment, thank them early and often so people can see that folks are already making steps to participate on Giving Tuesday. Just like the retail stores send out their Black Friday circulars well in advance to get people talking about what they're going to buy and what they're going to get on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you're going to do the same thing with Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. And when it comes to social media, you don't have to be on every single channel. If you want to do one channel and do it really, really well because you know that's where your donors are, that's where you know they're going to be and they're going to respond and react, then focus your attentions there and then also have a little bit of content on your other channels. So do a limited number of things really, really well to make a big impact. And of course, you want to evaluate and refine what you're doing. Use Facebook and your social media analytics and your website analytics to see what's causing people to respond. If there was a certain post that you put on Facebook, you can look at your Facebook analytics to see, wow, we had 80 people like that post or 50 people shared that. Well, obviously that content resonated with your donors and the folks that you're targeting. So keep doing more of that. If you see a post receive no traction, you probably don't need to post that kind of content. So again, you're always going to be evaluating and refining your activities so that you can have the most bang for the buck and get a really good response on Giving Tuesday. So again, November 29th, 2016, Big Ben is going to give back. big and large, to our nonprofits and our organizations here in Tallahassee and throughout the Big Bend area. And at this time, I'll answer any questions that you may have. The chat is open, and I'll try to answer some questions if you have any. If there are no questions, I want to thank you for participating and welcome. Oh, we actually have a couple of questions. Okay. So the first question is, how many social media posts should I make in advance of Giving Tuesday? On the Giving Tuesday website, they are actually encouraging folks to post once a week and more frequently as we get closer to the event. My recommendation would be every Tuesday starting next Tuesday, you are promoting Giving Tuesday. So that makes it a little easier. So we're now in the month of September. So next Tuesday, you're going to post. We are this many days out and we're participating in Giving Tuesday through Big Bend Gives Back. The following Tuesday, you would do it again. And then I would say you would have more frequent posts starting in late October all the way through November. You should be posting every day your participation in Big Bend Gives Back. How do I engage my older donors in giving on Giving Tuesday? More and more older donors, and when I say older donors, are you talking age or are you talking folks who've been giving for a long time? Can you clarify that for me, please? Age? It is age? Okay. So for those who are older using social media, the older generation, and I'm not going to give age range, but I would say, you know, folks over 60 are the largest group of folks joining Facebook right now. And as you all know, all of our younger people are moving over to Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter. So I would say that if you have those older donors within your Facebook, in your databases, they're going to be the ones that you're going to see. They're going to be targeted with your advertising through Facebook ads. And remember, social media is a tool. It is a easy and low cost and effective way to start a dialogue, but I would say for you, you want to pick up the phone and call those older donors and get them engaged that way, because that is typically how, you know, the older generation communicated, because social media, you know, is relatively new. So use social to kind of get the word out there, amplify and start the dialogue, but definitely pick up the phone and call those older donors and get them involved. How do I engage the students from TCC, FAMU, and FSU to get them to donate on Giving Tuesday? The same way you would get your older donors to participate. You're going to use your social media to interrupt them. You're going to use your social media to engage them. And you're going to use your traditional means, whether it's face-to-face conversations, your events, your activities, your phone calls, to engage them and ask them to participate. We all know that the younger generation, they want to be a part of something that's going to make an impact. They are wired to give back. They want to be a part of something big. And so if you can actually enlist them to support and be ambassadors and get their peers to participate, and you demonstrate the value and what the impact would have on your organization, you will resonate with them, and you could probably get them more involved if you give them something to do and they feel as though they're making an impact. How do I get my board to assist with encouraging donations on Giving Tuesday? I'm hoping that your board members are on social and they're sharing and they're talking about this event, and they're actually, you know, being your ambassadors and getting the word out there. As you see with the photo that we had of Salter Mitchell, I was approached to be a part of Giving Tuesday this year, and because I believe in it and I thought it was important, I actually spread the word to my staff, who are now spreading it to their board members and the organizations that they serve on to help amplify it. I think the key message here that you want to share with everyone is that by participating, we are improving the lives of individuals who are supported and served by our nonprofit organizations. Again, if you could tie it into, you know, you're going to spend money on Black Friday, you know you're going to spend money on Cyber Monday, let's make some money going into our nonprofit organizations to benefit the greater good instead of just ourselves. I think that's a message that you could probably share with your board members and have them go amplify that through their own means, whether it's their social, the folks that they influence in their circle of influence. Should we hold a Giving Tuesday event live or virtual? I think that depends on your organization and how many people you think you can get involved. Certainly a Giving Tuesday breakfast would be ideal, or a luncheon. I think it really depends on your organization. I was speaking with Jessica Lowe Miner, whose organization Any is really involved in Big Ben Gives Back, and she said, how much juice are you going to get for the squeeze? So how much will it take for you? What are you going to get out of having that event? So you really want to be strategic and think through, knowing my donors, knowing the people that I connect with, would this prompt them to give? If the answer is yes, then by all means, do an event. The next question is, explain more about MailChimp. So MailChimp is like Constant Contact for those of you who do email newsletters. It is a tool that has the same functionality of Constant Contact, where you can send custom e-newsletters out to your audiences. What we like about MailChimp is that it's just it's beautiful. That's the best way to describe it. The templates are dynamic. The analytics are very powerful as far as showing you the open rates and how people are engaging with your newsletter. And we find it at Salter Mitchell to be a very, very easier tool to use for custom e-newsletters than Constant Contact. So I would say definitely consider looking into it. We actually encourage all of our clients to use MailChimp for their e-newsletter marketing campaigns. We have used Facebook ads, or this is another question, folks. We have used Facebook ads before and didn't really think it worked. Why didn't it work? What are the most effective strategies for Facebook ads? Well, the first thing I want to ask you is, what was the content you used for the Facebook ads and who were you targeting? A lot of times when ads do not resonate with people, it's because you're not sending the right message, or you're not using the right images, or you're not targeting the right people. The beauty and power of the new Facebook ad business manager is that you could really hone in on the people that you're trying to reach, and additionally you can actually run a series of ad sets, meaning instead of running one ad and hoping that it works with your target audience, you can run 6 ads with around the same content with different copy, a different image, a different audience, and you can actually see what is working and what is not working. So if you launch 3 Facebook ads at one time, each of them are different, but they all are talking about the same content. Let's say Giving Tuesday or Big Ben Gives Back. You can look at the analytics of that ad and see which one is performing best and which one is not performing at all, and you can shut down that ad that's not performing at all and put more money into the ad that is performing well. So spend a little time looking through the Facebook ad manager that I shared with you earlier, and literally before you spend a dime, you can determine who you're going to target, what you want to say, and Facebook actually gives you feedback on what they believe will work within their platform. It's an amazing tool, and you could do that for $50. $50, you can run 3 ad sets and see which one actually gets the most bang and which one is the most successful. So the next question is, what kind of budget do you recommend for social media advertisements and other expenses throughout the campaign for a nonprofit? I would say that you could do Facebook ads. Let's say you want to do a blitz leading right up to Giving Tuesday. So you've spent the first 60 days just letting people know that you're participating in Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. And then for the next 30 days leading up to Giving Tuesday, you do a blitz of direct targeted ads on Facebook, plus you do a thunderclap, and then you may do something else on your other social channels. I mean, you could probably have a huge impact for less than $200. $200. And if you use your database so you know that you're reaching your friends, your allies, your donors, and your existing supporters on Facebook, and you're using what we like to call the platform-to-platform connection, so that ad directs them to the page where they can actually make that donation, then you're giving them something to do, and you're directing them right to the place where they can make a donation. So I would say consider maybe in the $200 range, a 30-day or potentially a 2-week push to get people to go to your site so that they can be prepared, or they could start making commitments to donate on Giving Tuesday to your organization. And then the last question I see here is, where can I find the Thunderclap tool? Thunderclap.com. And I think that's all of the questions for today, and I thank you for your time and thank you for this opportunity. Again, if you look on the screen here, you can see my contact information. Please feel free to connect with me via email or on Twitter. Or you can also find me on Facebook at Heidi Otway. I'd be happy to answer your questions and talk a little bit further, because it is our role at Salter Mitchell to really see this become a bigger event with more participation and more dollars going to our not-for-profits that are serving this community. Again, thank you, and I look forward to seeing what you do in support of Giving Tuesday and Big Ben Gives Back. Thank you.